Before we get into the video, I want to give a huge thank you to Anon for supporting us over on Patreon. If you want to support us yourself and gain some additional perks, you can find a link to the Patreon down in the description. Oh, I need a hero. I'm holding out for a hero till the end of the night. And he's gotta be strong, and he's gotta be fast, and he's gotta get better than fourth. I need a hero. Welcome, Custom Car fans! My name is Aurora and I'm here to bring you the Battleground report of Battlegrounds 27. We'll be taking a look at the top players in this casual competition, what they played and how they fared in the lead up to the finals. But first, we must address the fallen competitors. 24 players entered Battleground 27, and the 20 who did not emerge in Top Cut were playing Mathmech, Magia, Mutant, Recycle Beast, Blood Quartz, Heroic Challenger, Pumpkinhead, Branded, Thunder Dragon, Labyrinth, Blades of Usurpation, Necromancer Control, Ice Counter, Cypher, Punk, Conqueror, Entity, Alchemaster, Goatee, and Burning Abyss. Before we get into the top 4, however, we must recognise those who only just lost out on the Top Cut. In 8th was Kiyomiyu, playing Magia. Hot off the heels of his topping position last Battleground, this aggressive blind second strategy didn't go quite as well as its last performance, though of course, only 2 data points is hardly enough to show the deck's true capabilities. In 7th was Kragond, on Mathmech. A deck previously untested in EXU Battlegrounds due to the banning of Mathmech Circular, Kray instead emulated the significant ladder success the deck saw before Circular's printing, and did quite well. Dome Dread was in 6th, playing Blood Quartz. This fusion synchro pretty much everything deck centers around the normal monster Blood Quartz, using a number of excellent destruction pieces at spell speed 2 to control the board. Finally in 5th was myself, playing Recycle Beast. My list was pretty much exactly as showcased in the Archetype Spotlight released days before the tournament's beginning, though I lost out on Top Cut due to a draw in round 3. The finisher in 4th place was EUREKA, playing Hero. EUREKA's 50 card list made use of the classic hero combo lines through Vision Hero Ferris, though he included a larger Destiny Hero package including Denier and the custom Destiny Hero Depraved, which has the coveted ability to search for Fusion Destiny and, to a lesser extent, D-Force. Ika was also playing a significant cross-up package to guard him from common staples and hand traps. Round 1 was a loss against Labyrinth, but that would not deter Ika from taking round 2 over Pumpkinhead. Following that was a victory over Burning Abyss in round 3, then 2 more victories in rounds 4 and 5 against Thunder Dragon and Mathmech, securing his spot in Top Cut. He did unfortunately lose both games there, however, and ended in 4th place. The 3rd place finisher was AMARANTHINE, playing NTG. This deck is exceptionally trap focused, with a secondary emphasis on the archetype's Gemini monsters. This list made it very clear that Amar wanted as many traps in rotation as possible, as he included the exceptional normal summon of Lilith, Lady of Lament, and the very strong consistency piece of Lady Labyrinth of the Silver Castle. In round 1 he defeated Ice Counters, and round 2 was another clean sweep, this one against Heroic Challenger. After that was a setback in the form of a loss to Mathmech, though he picked it back up in round 4 to beat Blood Quartz, and in round 5 defeated the eventual winner of the tournament. After that, however, he lost to their 2nd place finisher in the semis, but beat Hero to take 3rd place. An excellent showing for a control deck such as this. In 2nd was Ake Dragon, playing Runic. As you're all no doubt aware at this point, Runic is a quick play spell focused control deck that bleeds your opponent's deck until they have no cards left to play with, and often utilizes floodgates to slow the game down to a snail's pace. In addition to these cards, Ake was playing some spicy tech options in Majesty's Fiend and Torrential Tribute, as well as a very interesting sideboard including Ghost Sister and Spooky Dogwood. He won round 1 against Blades of Usurpation, then lost round 2 against the top cut killer Mathmech. Honestly, it's criminal that Kray didn't top. He then beat Punk in round 3, Goatee in round 4, and Magia in round 5 to progress into the top cut. Once there, he beat NTG, but lost the finals and ended in 2nd. Finishing in 1st place this time around was Ocean Phantom, playing Remnant. Recently resubmitted, much of Remnant's identity has stayed the same. It's still an alien-inspired deck that focuses on banishing and swarming the field to facilitate strong synchro and fusion plays. Ocean's decklist is particularly interesting for its low monster count. egregious number of 2-ofs, and strong out-of-archetype options in the extra deck like Cassiula, Ocean Phantom of the Deep, Azorius, Psychic Scream, and Psychic End Punisher. He went almost undefeated the entire tournament, being the only duelist to be so in round 5, having previously beaten, in order, Recycle Beast, Labyrinth, Goatee, and Mathmech. Round 5 would see a loss to NTG, however, giving all 4 top cut duelists a 4-1 record before progressing. Luckily for Ocean, however, he would not have to repeat the NTG matchup, instead defeating Hero in the semis and progressing to defeat Runic in a match I had the pleasure of watching live. Let's take a look. I just woke up from having a nap, and Ake and Ocean are doing their finals match right now. I did hope I wasn't too late. It looks like Ocean's absolutely been through the works. Like they've been doing this for 6 minutes. So this is 6 minutes into Remnant combo. I can't access the logs at the moment, but we might as well try and do a commentary for this as it's going on, you know? So it looks like, I'm assuming we're going to see a bombardment? Departure, that's what it's called. Yeah, they're going up instead of going down. I never remember that. Yeah, it looks like we've got a lot of materials on the field. We're probably going to be ending on this USDSS Manta. That's going back to the deck. We're going to be synchroing 5, is this? It's a synchro 6 into Cassiula. Hang on K, and then Ake's going to be adding any spell or trap from his deck to his hand. Luckily, he's got a bunch of targets he can add to his hand that aren't really that big of a deal. Like, he can add Smiting Storm or something similar, which is like kind of like a, I don't really care if this card is in my hand or not because I don't need it. Depends on how many Smiting Storm he's playing. Let's turn on the lights. I quite literally woke up, hopped on Discord and noticed, oh, that Ake just said hosting. And I was like, I can catch it, I can do this. Okay, so for those who are unaware, I'm sure I will talk about this at some point in the breakdown of Remnant or in the breakdown of yeah, I'm sure I'll talk about it in the breakdown of Remnant. But Remnant is a custom deck that is based on Alien, the series Alien. As you can see there, there's xenomorphs all over the place. The focus of the deck is it's a synchro focus deck, but it's very, very adept. Well, synchro and technically fusion, but there are two ways to fusion summon. There's Lost Remnant and there's, what did we add? Did we add Terraforming? I think that's Terraforming, right? Makes sense. Anyway, Lost Remnant has the ability to fusion summon a Remnant fusion monster, and there's also a trap called Remnant Arrival, which is usually going to be used as another piece of interruption because it banishes fusion materials. Remnant is a deck that focuses a lot on banishing. One of the main cards it wants to banish is Remnant Scouts, because if this card's banished by a Remnant card, you can target a card your opponent controls and destroy it, which is an important piece of interruption for the deck. And it also finds the rest of its interruption within its synchro pool. Chosen Remnant. Wait. Oh yes, I see. Okay, so we're going to be contact fusing Remnant Vessel at USCSS Hercules, which is a tuner, and then we're going to synchro summon using that and the USCSS Manta for Remnant Investigator, which is a level 9 synchro. That makes sense. Hercules, on being used as on leaving the field as synchro material, can special summon another monster that was used as synchro material from your graveyard or among the banished cards, from which we're going to be summoning USCSS Manta. And since it has now left the field, we can reuse its soft once per turn, add a remnant card to the hand. So we added something that I've already forgotten to the hand. It was Lost. Okay, so we added Lost. And then we're going to summon Escort, summon a Shen, and end the turn. So this field is Investigator is an Omni. He also mills the top, and if the top card is a remnant card, or a declared card type that he declares, the negated card is banished. Oh, and that's the end of the game. Damn. Yeah. Hold on, I'm gonna quickly pull up remnant stuff here while they side deck. We'll hear when they start playing again. Let's see. What else was on the field? Remnant Commando is also on the field. When your opponent's monster effect is activated while this card has 300 or more attack than its original attack, which it did. That's what was indicated by its counters that it had on it. Because whenever a remnant card is banished by a remnant card, this card gains 300 attack and defense. This card loses exactly 300. Oh my. Okay, no, it's a hard once per turn. Sorry, this card used to not be a hard once per turn, I'm fairly certain. So that's why I just got very concerned for a second. Yeah. This makes a lot of sense. I didn't see Lieutenant in the graveyard, though, which is very interesting, because usually this is a very important combo piece. Lieutenant's summons back a synchro material from the graveyard that then allows you to synchro climb even further. But I suppose that would only have been useful for going into Commando. Anyway, looks like the game has restarted again. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And I'm assuming that Ake is going first. Oh no. Oh baby. Oh baby. Well, one of those is probably Skill Drain, right? One of those is probably Skill Drain, and the other one is probably... If this is like Skill Drain or Tikaboo or something, it's very funny. Summon Limit would also be exceptionally amusing. I don't know what Floodgates he's playing. Okay, so the first activation here is going to be Frightening Obstacle. This is like a Remnant dual. It's going to target a card in the field, banish a Psychic Remnant, and then destroy that card. If this is Skill Drain, Ake may just concede the game immediately. The Psychic Oh no, we can just banish Scouts and pop everything. It was Skill Drain. I think we've just lost the game. I think Ake has just lost the game. Shit, man. There goes Torrential Tribute. And now, we just do combo. Oh my... Of course you do. Of course you have FPG. So, one good thing about Scouts is both of its effects are fantastic, but it is a hard one once per turn. It's a H1 OPT, as we say in the business, which means that you can't use its first effect in the same turn that you use its second effect. And we've just used its second effect, so we're not going to be able to use its first effect, which is an on-summon to add a remnant monster from the deck to the hand. In any case, like that's just like if we opened one anyway. We're going to go with a Foolish Burial. Foolish Burial's effect is going to dump from the deck to the graveyard the... Remnant's Departure, that's the name of the card, right? The trap card. Basically, when you play Foolish Burial Goods for that card, basically because you want to banish it from the graveyard in order to E-Tele for a Remnant, but it will negate the effects of the monster it summons. So it summons a Water Remnant from the deck, but its effects negated. I'm assuming that we're going to be doing that for Remnant Grunt, because Remnant Grunt is good, either Grunt or Escort, because like They're really good when they're in the graveyard. This is possible. We're going to add Chosen Remnant to the hand with this. Hold on. Oh, if you would reveal the top card of the deck, then you can banish this card and treat it as the reveal card. Well, it didn't matter anyway, because the top card was a frightening obstacle. So basically, on activation, Remnant Battleground will reveal the top card of the deck, and if it's a Remnant card... Wait, hold on. Oh, this is always treated as a Remnant card. And if it's a Remnant card, we can add a Remnant card from the deck to the hand, then shuffle one card from the hand of the deck, and place a reveal card on the top of the deck. Otherwise, send it to the graveyard. But we banished Obstacle from the graveyard instead of doing that, so yay us. Then its second effect allows you to once per turn pay 1200 life points and reveal the top card of the deck, and if it's a Remnant card, send one spell or trap from the deck to the graveyard that has Remnant in its text, and we're dumping Remnant Arrival. Then we're going to normal summon Remnant Escort. On summon, it sends a Remnant monster from the deck to the graveyard, which is going to be thought about by Ake. Does he have Ash for this? I mean, I can't imagine it's going to matter too much since we have Departure in graveyard. Like, if it's Veiler, then the correct Veiler target is... Oh, actually... There's not really a great point to Veiler this, because Investigator's effect to banish itself to make itself immune to make Remnant monsters immune to card effects. That's a quick effect. Very interesting send there. Very interesting send there. We're going to go Remnant Departure effect in the graveyard, since all of our monsters are Remnants, or we control no monsters, but we do control monsters. We're going to be able to banish this from the graveyard and special summon a Remnant from the deck, and that's going to be the Remnant Grunt. Then we're going to Synchro Summon, I'd imagine, using both of these together, and summon the Remnant... what's his name again? The small one. There he is. Is his name Investigator? No, it's Lieutenant, that's it. Investigator's the big one. So we're going to go Lieutenant effect, targeting a level 6 or lower Remnant monster in the graveyard, taking damage equal to its attack, which is 1200, and special summoning it. Then we'll banish the Grunt from the graveyard and use the Lieutenant on the field in order to Synchro Summon another Remnant Synchro monster up, which is going to be the Remnant Commando. What? Oh, his effect. I see. I wish I could pause this and understand what's going on. So this will try to special summon itself. This will try to summon itself from the hand, which it does. Hold on. Oh! Ah! Oh my goodness. Okay, so Remnant Commando, as we discussed previously, gains attack whenever a Remnant card is banished. I don't think this triggered, actually. So, because Remnant Grunt technically wasn't banished by a Remnant card, it was banished by its own game mechanic. It banished itself in order to, alongside another Synchro material to summon Commando. So, I don't even think that would work properly. So, Ake should still probably have Gamma in hand, but I don't think it matters too much. Or it might actually. Runic's a really good home for Gamma, holy shit. But it doesn't matter because we have Gamma, so... In any case, Ocean's going to get his entire field wiped, and now that he's got a token on his field that's a light rock, it's actually going to be a lot more difficult for him. Okay, since Lost Remnant is now in the graveyard, we can use its effect to mill the top card of the deck, but it's not a Remnant card. Oh, that card's going to stay in the graveyard, and we are not going to be doing anything with that Lost Remnant. That is unfortunate. Let's see, what else is there? Yeah, I thought that was going to be the next card that we were going to use, Remnant Arrival, where we can banish this from the graveyard and fusion summon by banishing monsters from our graveyard. Only if the top card is a Remnant card and it's a Lightning Storm. Oh no! I'm not gonna like cheer for Runic, but it's not like Ake is being like it's not like Ocean's been the protagonist of this tournament so far. I think we can all say that the protagonist has been Ika playing hero. Like that's the base deck. That's the base deck in top card. Okay, we're gonna activate Fountain. This face down needs to like not be a Cosmic Cyclone. We're living on a prayer, on a literal prayer. We have Flashing Fire. Okay. So we're gonna Flashing Fire this token, pop the token, and skip our next battle phase. Then the top two cards of the deck are gonna get banished. This is a really bad matchup for Ake. But oh no, it's not, because these cards have to be banished by a Remnant card. It actually works fine. Runic Fountain's effect is now going to trigger, targeting only the Flashing Fire, because that's all we have. We're trying to just scrape any kind of advantage here. We're going to draw a card and hope that it actually does something. If this is like a Runic Destruction, then that's kind of crazy. If it's Tip, then we're going to start to gain so much advantage. We're going to attempt to go into the battle phase, and Ocean's going to think on essentially the end of the turn. It's going to get skipped and go to the end of the turn. And Ake is going to pass the turn. I don't think you can do that. Can you do that? I don't know the ruling on how Runic skips the battle phase, because it's possible that Runic doesn't skip the battle phase. Like, it's possible that when Runic skips the battle phase, it doesn't go into the main phase too, but I don't remember. In any case, I don't think this matters too much as to whether it's done during the battle phase or the main phase. We're going to be going Escort, Scout. If this last card in hand is a Runic card, now would be the time to chain it, because it is a Runic Destruction, and we're going to use effect to special summon. We're going to summon Gary, I think, here, which is very cool. But this Runic Fountain is going to be getting popped by the Remnant Scouts. So out of the extra deck here, we're going to be seeing a summon of... I mean, unless there's something that just protects Fountain passively, I can't imagine we'd want to summon much other than Gary just to get this Fountain back. This is a really, really bad game for Ake. Like, Runic really, really needs its card advantage in order to function, and Ake is down so bad. He didn't start with almost any Runic cards. He opened Terra. No, he didn't open Terra. He opened Fountain, TT, Skill Drain, Gamma, and Flashing Fire. And then oh no, he opened Nib as well. And he probably top decked the Fountain. No, he probably top decked Flashing Fire, because he didn't because if he top decked the Fountain, he would have at least set the Flashing Fire, surely. Yeah, we are going to be summoning Gary here. I imagine so. Yeah, Ocean's thinking about it as well. I'm not sure. I don't know what the ruling is myself. I'm assuming somebody is somebody else who's watching, or yeah, I think Lyris is watching and is kicking off about it a little bit. Oh, we're waiting for a judge call. This is so Red, this is where you take this footage and then you put like the music over the top of it that goes ba 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 da ba ba da ba bum bum ba dum bum ba da ba ba da ba dum ba dum ba da ba dum ba dum bum ba da ba da ba bum bum ba dum bum. You know that one. That I don't think is copyrighted because it's used in like every single YouTube video ever that has funny moments. And then what you do is just giving editing instructions. Then what you do is you grey out the content in the background and put like a white subtitle over it in like impact meme font that just says "Waiting for judge, please stand by," or something similarly derisive, such as "Aurora is a massive prat." Or you could just leave this entire thing unedited, and I would want to strangle you. It would be funny though. It would be funny. I'm tempted. I'm gonna pull up Discord in the other window so I can actually see what's going on in the judge call. Let's see. Yeah, so basically what's going on is we're questioning whether main 2 can actually occur without the battle phase. The battle phase was gone into... I should know this. I've played Runic in Master Duel. So I should know how the turns skip. But I don't remember. It doesn't matter too much, since we can activate this in the end phase, and it's arguably better. Oh no, it does matter in this game state. Because Remnant Arrival can only fusion summon during the main phase. I see. Also, by the way, this was the last card in hand. What the heck? Like, casually, just the last card in hand is the card that's, like, 5 interruptions. Oh, screw it. I'm going on to the Yu-Gi-Oh! Database. It's down. Of course it's down. That's funny. That's hilarious. Oh. Love waiting for the judge call. We could be here for the long haul. So it seems that the judge who initially responded has had a mental breakdown due to the nature of the question, and has now gone offline. I'm twiddling my thumbs here. Damn, that was a really interesting game 1. I mean, yeah, we didn't see most of the Remnant combo. But this is live commentary, guys. Like, you can't have everything in life. You can't expect me to be awake 24/7 just to You can expect me to do that, actually. You just would be incorrect to do so. Okay, it looks like Ocean's accepting that there is no main phase 2 after the battle phase is skipped by a runic effect. Due to Wikipedia rulings. Here we go. Runic tip. Let's see. Yeah. These effects will skip the next battle phase you try to enter. Doesn't say anything about the... Oh, at that time, all effects that will skip your battle phase are all applied at once, and it becomes the end phase at that turn. There we go. Okay. The knowledge has been attained. Which means that this Remnant Arrival will not be able to be activated just yet. End of main phase was okayed through. I mean, that's probably better, right? No, it's not. It's not better. Can we even... Oh, they're asking if they can repair the game state. I feel like you can. It's just like the surprise factor of arrival and destruction is gone. Call it a draw? Absolutely not. I mean, if it's in an irreparable game state, I would probably say that Ocean wins. Yeah, they're wondering if they can actually continue the duel, because hand knowledge has been attained from this runic destruction being used in the hand, and set knowledge has been attained by this remnant arrival being used. Ake's also agreeing. Okay, so they're going to be rewinding the game state. I also agree that this is pretty reparable. Runic Destruction is going to come back to the hand. This does actually give Ake a fighting chance. Just depends on what the top deck here is. Okay. So, let's see what we can actually do with one Runic Destruction and a Dream. The Dream is maybe alive. It depends on whether, like, if we shuffle back this Destruction with Fountain and it's, like, tip, that would be excellently funny. Oh. It is. Oh. It is. It's an also effect. It's regardless. Oh. The draw phase is skipped. I should also probably shuffle his deck in this position. as the knowledge of the top does matter. We're going to start off this by going for Remnant Arrival in the main phase. We are going to shuffle the top. Just because otherwise we already know what's on the top, so we could easily just go for a Remnant Commando and know for a fact that it's going to hit because we know what the top deck is, because we drew it. Or we could just choose to not do that because we know what the top deck is. We're going to banish Escort, banish Scouts from the graveyard. In order to summon a Remnant Vessel USCSS Manta. We're going to go Scouts Effect, Chainlink 1, Chainlink 2, Remnant Escorts to place a banished Remnant card or Remnant card in the graveyard onto the top of the deck. So that's a stacking that obviously is completely allowed to do because it's part of the card effect. Fountain's going to be the target of the destruction here. Ake's going to think. Gary here is... I mean, it gets back Fountain, but without another Runic card, doesn't really do too much. I really don't think that... Without, like, a way to generate resources, like if Ake had a tip, for example, he might have been able to get back into this game, but... he just did not open nearly enough Runic names in order to, I don't think he opened any Runic names, to be honest. I think he opened, I don't think he opened anything past Fountain. We are going to activate Destruction on activation of the Remnant Scouts effect to pop the Runic Fountain. And we're going to try and special summon from the extra deck, and that's going to be okay through. So we're going to special summon probably still the Gary so we can get back this Runic Fountain. Because if we do end up having a Runic on the top of the deck, like a Runic Quick Play spell on the top of the deck, then that means that... Oh no, we're summoning Hugin? Really? Oh, we're just going to banish itself instead. Yeah, that makes sense. That functions. That's understandable. Nibiru's going to lose some 300 attack points. So this is currently at 2400 attack because of USCS's Manta as well. And this is at 24. So these would crash. Runic Fountain's now going to trigger, targeting Runic Destruction in the graveyard to place it on the bottom of the deck and shuffle, and then draw one card. This is going to have to be a killer draw here. And I don't think Ake is going to give us anything to gauge it. We're just going to have to hope that it does something. Ocean's going to activate USCSS Manta's effect to target a banished Remnant card and add it to the hand. It's going to be a Remnant Escort. Escort can be treated as a level 2 or a level 3 as a tuner for the Synchro Summon of a Psychic Synchro monster. So we're going to use it with the USCSS Manta in order to Synchro Summon a Remnant Investigator. So it's being treated as a level 3 tuner. We're now going to go to the battle phase with our 3000 attack point Remnant Investigator, attacking over this 2700 attack point Nibiru, the Primal Being. So Ake is going to take 300 points of damage, and that Nibiru is going to go to the graveyard. I think we still have a Remnant on the top of the deck, so we can guarantee that Investigator does do what it wants. That's going to have to be a really killer top deck and a really killer draw here, because one of them's getting negated by Investigator unless we have like a Kaiju or something. I wouldn't put it past Ake to be siding into something like Kaiju. I wouldn't put it past him to put in a Kaiju, but I'd imagine that Lava Golem would be stronger. So it's very possible that Ocean will just not summon another monster to play around Lava Golem. Because I imagine, like, Ocean's a good player, right? So he probably knows that. The card we put back is obviously Lost Remnant, which we'll be able to normal summon here. This card's effect on field allows you to fusion summon. Does it banish from the graveyard? It does banish from the field or graveyard. That's fun. And it includes this card. Do we have another Scouts in the grave? We do not. So The most we're probably going to be able to do here is Chosen Remnant, buff Investigator. I mean, it's still not that bad, to be honest. I guess we could Escort, but, like, there's not a great banished target here. We're going to go Lost Remnant to Fusion Summon a Remnant Fusion monster from the extra deck. That's probably going to be another USCSS Manta, because USCSS Manta is a really good card. We're going to... and the attack debuff / buff is actually genuinely really nice. Are we summoning the big one? We're summoning the big one! I love this card. I love this card so much. This card is so awesome. So we're going to banish Lost, Lieutenant, and USCSS Manta to summon the Remnant Vessel USCSS Voyager. I love this card. When it's special summoned, we can target a card on the field and banish it. Then if there are 10 or more banished cards, you can target 2 cards instead. So both of these cards are going to be targeted for banishment. That's just the end of the game. We need to have, like, Flashing Fire. But Flashing Fire doesn't do enough because we have Investigator. Oh, and not to mention the fact that all of Ocean's monsters are being buffed by 1100 each for every banished card. Oh my goodness. This card is such a house. Because it functions on when it's special summoned, but it also functions whenever a Remnant card is banished, which means you can continually trigger it over the course of multiple turns, unlike something that only functions on summon, like... there's probably something important. You're just saying okay to this? It was a punishment? They're both 41. Oh no. Okay. Yeah, that's just the end of the game. These are both currently 4,300 attack point monsters. Damn. What an absolute slaughter. Yeah, it looks like when you have a Remnant which just has these really ultra high attack point monsters, having a really strong control game doesn't awful matter that much. Let's quickly take a look at the beginning of that game one, actually, because we do have the ability to now. We have the replay here. Let's just fast forward it so we can take a look at the so that we actually have the ability to take a look at this first off combo. So we're gonna go into this Infested Battlegrounds. Battleground effect is going to pay 12 to dump the Departure from the top. Then we're going to go Departure from deck. Yeah. Grunt, dump. And then we're going to Departure for the Grunt to summon the Lieutenant. Go summon a Scout, add a Lost. This is just Remnant combo. Yeah. I mean, this does pretty much everything Remnant I would expect Remnant to do. This is where we joined them at, yeah. So what did Ake actually open this game? TT, Freezing Curses, Sealing, Majesty's Fiend's Skill Drain. Yeah, damn. Top deck call by. Yeah, that ain't gonna do it. Did Ake open exactly what I thought he did, yeah. Damn. Yeah, Remnant just showing why it's a real metagame powerhouse. Deck recently got reapproved after being unapproved by Ocean for reworking. And yeah, this really does show that the deck has some very strong legs to stand on. Congratulations to the 4 top cut duelists, and congratulations further to everyone who participated. These tournaments aren't possible without you, so it's wonderful to see so many people taking part. If you want to be a part of the next EXU Battleground, make sure you check out the Discord link in the description. As always, be sure to like the video if you enjoyed, tell us what you thought down in the comments. Subscribe if you want to see more custom card content, and click the bell icon if you want to be notified every time we upload. That's all from me for this Battleground report. Report closed.